way of excess, a culture of indulgence. How much can we get? It might sound nice, but underneath, our souls are poisoned by our greed. Babylon business, it's all about me.
Beyond Babylon Business, Episode 4, entitled Survival of the Fittest. We join Dave in Theo's purple office. Dave is keen as ever to learn how to succeed in business. Theo leans back in his chair and begins to instruct his young protege.
Today we're going to look at the subject of survival of the fittest. Business is a war. There are victors who take the plunder, and there are the rest who get plundered. There are overcomers, and there are the slain. There is no room for squeamishness in business.
Are there any killer tools which you can pass on to me?
Not a tool, but a guide which will tell you which way you should go. I call this counsellor percentage.
Oh, I know percentages. Did them way back in school.
Percentage is a number, that's true, but I want you to think of him more as a person, a living entity who is guiding you through his language of numbers. Percentage's numbers will always guide you to make correct choices. If percentage advises one course of action over another, then clever business people will follow his advice. He's so wonderfully pragmatic.
What if you'd rather do something else instead?
If you, Dave, do not follow percentage's clear instructions, then somebody else will. You will find yourself trodden underfoot, lying face down in the mud, expired on the battleground of business.
Ew.
This is the natural selection inherent in business. Only percentage's close followers will be fit enough to survive. The less fit will simply select themselves out of existence.
It sounds pretty cutthroat.
It is. Haven't you noticed how in nature strength is rewarded and weakness is killed off? The constant changing nature of our world requires you to constantly adapt your business, to push percentage even higher. There is no limit to how high percentage can go. So serve percentage in all ways, because only your percentage matters.
What about the next man, whom I'm squeezing to feed my percentage?
Let the next man worry about the next man. You must follow percentage.
Surely there are more variables to consider in making decisions than just your percentage profit. What about personnel issues which need to be thought through, as well as relational issues to be considered? Surely percentage profit is only one factor in making big decisions.
And all of these things will be shown to you by percentage. He will show you which personnel to let go, and which relationships are worthwhile keeping. We are speaking the same language after all.
This all sounds very mercenary.
Oh, Dave. Business is inherently mercenary at its very heart. Mercenaries do battle for a payment, and if there is no payment, those soldiers will cease to do battle. Have you forgotten the indisputable purpose of business?
The purpose of business is to make more money.
Good. You see, more and percentage work together as teammates. One more percentage point could make you maybe 1 more million money. On the battlefield of business, percentage and more money are allies who fight shoulder to shoulder. Only when you, Dave, submit your will to the direction of percentage can you hope to become successful. Success must have a number. For example, 3 million or 30%. Then whatever those numbers require of you, you will do.
Great. I'll focus on this from now on. What have I got to lose?
Questions. Question 1. Who is Theo fighting against in his battle of business. Question 2. How can we go beyond Theo's view of business? Question 3. Can you think of any examples when percentage has led people to make unwise choices when viewed from a broader perspective? Tula is once again at her granny's house, sat at the kitchen table. As she thinks back over her day at school, she has some interesting thoughts about saber-toothed tigers.
Would you like some more juice, Tula?
Yes, please, Granny. We are learning about evolution in school, about how everything around us has evolved from nothing over millions and billions of years.
Are you now, Tula? I wonder what God thinks about random chance as a creator.
In the playground, Gracie said that I'm not as evolved as her because I'm not as fast at running as she is. She said that if a saber-toothed tiger came hunting at our school, then it would catch me and eat me because I'm not as evolved as she is. Could I evolve into a saber-toothed tiger, Granny?
To catch and eat Gracie?
Silly Granny. I like Gracie. She's my friend.
Are you better at doing some things than Gracie is?
My colouring is better than hers. She goes over the lines.
Do you think that this means that Gracie is less evolved than you are?
No, I just think God made us different, that's all. She's Gracie, and I'm Tula. I like being on Gracie's team in sports because she can run fast and score more goals. But in class, she lets me colour in the hard bits for her because she's rubbish at doing that.
Which one of you is more pleasing to God?
Not sure, Granny.
Pleasing God is about laying down our lives to serve others, not about being better than anyone else at running or colouring.
What does laying down your life mean, Granny?
When Jesus took the sins of the world upon himself and died on the cross, he did what God the Father wanted and also what we needed. We needed somebody to make a perfect sacrifice for us to come to our perfect God. Jesus submitted his will to be that perfect sacrifice.
That's when he died and came back to life again 3 days later.
That's it. Jesus laid down his life to help other people, even when it was hard for him to do so.
That was loving of him.
We can lay down our lives for other people too, by helping them, not just looking out for what we want. When Grandad was running his businesses, he laid down his life for people every day.
How did he do that, Granny?
Oh, in so many ways. For example, every day at the start of the day, he would give training to his staff. Then he would pray for them. Other business owners would laugh at him for doing this and told him he was wasting his time.
Was he, Granny?
He showed his staff how to serve other people. Many of his staff picked up on that lesson and applied it to how they served the customers of that business. His staff also served Grandad in unforeseen ways, like solving different problems or staying late to get orders delivered on time. His companies were so successful because he laid down his life for other people.
That's nice, Granny. Are they still successful places now that Grandad has died?
Before Grandad died, he sold the companies to other people. He tried hard to find the right buyers with the same values as him. But some of them, it turned out later, were just motivated by money. In one of those companies, the new owners laid off lots of the staff, giving their work to the few remaining staff on top of their existing workloads. To add insult to injury, they paid less money and reduced their holidays.
I bet they didn't like that, Granny.
Many of those trained staff left. And if I phone up that company now, I just get a useless computer system. It just sends customers around in a loop. All they seem to care about is receiving their monthly payments.
Is that how a company heave-aloofs to make more money?
I don't think so, my lovely. I think the owners of that business are trying to sell it now. It turns out that I wasn't the only person to stop paying my monthly subscription. Lots of their customers have left now because they felt unserved after the change of leadership.
That's a shame, Granny.
No, it's the survival of the fittest. That business is no longer fit enough to survive because it has devalued by serving profit first, not people first. The new owners failed to lay down their lives to serve people. They just wanted to keep on receiving their customers' money.
Saber-toothed tigers can run faster than them, Granny.
And eat them all up.
Questions. Question 1. How can a pure profit motive make a company slower at running and less fit for survival than one that focuses on serving people? Question 2. How have you seen a people-first motivation benefit a company in a financially sustainable way? The Beyond Babylon business course will show you where Babylon thinking has infiltrated our world, and we may not have even realised it because it's become so normal to us. The Beyond Babylon business workbooks will bring you back to God's perspectives through a mixture of Bible study, videos, animations, songs and discussions, so that you and your teams can go beyond Babylon business.
Babylon business will soon be no more. Banished forever, completely destroyed. Its doom has come in just 1 hour. The smoke from here will rise forever.